What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new project from Lengod called Balance. Now, Lengod is a rapper who's coming out of Washington Heights, New York City, and if you want to find out more about him and check out his music, just take a look at the links down below where I have all that information for you. But to jump right into this project, what really stuck out to me the most is the production, most of which was handled by Lengod himself. You're getting some pretty solid bangers on here, like the flute-laced joint LIVID and LIVIN. On this track, he's getting at his haters who are livid at him for just living his life. And then with the song Too Much, we're getting a pretty cool video game feel as he's just chasing after the bankrolls and the pesos. Nothing too heavy, but production-wise and just the overall sound with these tracks works fine, and I can see the appeal of them based on what's going on with a lot of the stuff in rap today. So one of the things I will say is that the production isn't overly inventive, and it's kind of the same thing with pretty much everything else happening here. At no point during listening to this project did I feel like something was trash, but there also wasn't anything that was overly engaging, exciting, or making me want to rant and rave about it to people like you have to hear the shit. A lot of it really just felt very standard and typical. So with Lengod's rapping itself, he has some pretty straightforward styles. He does pick up the pace with his flow once in a while, but his schemes aren't too crazy. And as far as clever lyricism and wordplay, there isn't too much that was really grasping my attention here. I really feel like he's almost better as a producer, I would say. Some of the singing moments he brings are catchy as well, but as a rapper, I wasn't too excited with what he was doing, so I think that's something he could certainly expand on, just by trying out some new schemes, some different vocal cadences, going deeper with his songwriting as well. These are things that I think would really help his music go to the next level. So I did mention those sing-songy flows. You're going to get plenty of those throughout, including on Off, where you get a bunch of auto-crooning. This song in particular just sounds like the very generic sound we're getting in rap these days, but I did appreciate how he was speaking a little bit on his anxiety and just feeling a little bit off at times. These little bits of introspection do help this project out, so it's not just, you know, the bottom tier content that you get from some artists out there like say Gunna or Lil Pump, but even still, he's not fleshing these ideas out in an overly grand or exciting way. It's pretty straightforward. Even on the song Cardio, once again, he's fighting with these anxiety issues and trying to make his mom proud, and on the song Balance, he does speak a little bit on trying to battle his own ego. I do think he certainly has some ideas. He can get introspective and insightful, but I think expanding on these with better wordplay, lyricism, flows, and storytelling, all these types of things will really take his actual rapping to the next level, because I didn't find it to be that great on here. But I will give him credit for making songs that sound like they could work with the more mainstream crowd and the casual rap fans. As I've said a couple of times now, it really is just a typical generic sound, but he does pull it off pretty well at times, like on the song Most. This is another banger that has some catchy sing-songy flows. I actually like how his voice sounded on this one, but there really just isn't a whole lot to get into with this project. It's very short and to the point. You do get some solid production with those bangers, as I mentioned, the rapping and sing-songy flows coming together like so many artists do these days, but there just isn't anything that's really exciting or noteworthy or making me want to get excited and tell you guys about all this deep content or unique sounds or experimentation. There really isn't anything with that at all, which is why I'm going to go with a 2.5 out of 5 here. Don't think this is a bad project or a trash project. It is just very standard and average, so that's why it's going to get my average score. I think it's only fair, but the raw talent is there. I would just like to see him expand more on his songwriting and his rapping itself, because production-wise, he seems to have it down pretty good, although he could experiment a bit more. But it's the rapping and the songwriting, the lyricism that I think could go a long way. So that's just what I think about it. Make sure you check it out for yourself, because obviously we got to have our own opinions. This is just what I got to say. And then hit me up in the comments section with your thoughts. Of course, you also want to be sure that you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.